Hi, this is Jeffrey Rhoades from experimentalhomesteader.com.
And Sheri Ann Richerson.
And before we begin, we did receive this item for free or at a reduced price for our honest opinions. All opinions are our own. And this is the game Linkage. It is a DNA to RNA game. You're basically building your DNA strand using RNA. This is a great biology game. It's a great way to teach the science of DNA and RNA to younger kids. And it is for ages 10 and up. It's for 2 to 4 players, and the game generally takes 10 to 20 minutes. A little longer the first couple times you play, but as you get used to it, it goes faster. There's a lot of different cards in the game. We start with from the DNA. There's a stack of DNA cards and a stack of RNA cards. You have to separate those. There are from within the DNA, you have your promoter and your terminator. Okay, and what you're doing is the promoter is the first card out. Okay, and it lays on the table, and then you're going to build a strand of DNA from this. When this card comes out and placed on the table, that stops your DNA strand, so that ends the game. So this is what starts it, this is what stops it. And in between, you're laying out these cards. These are your DNAs. You have adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. Okay, and basically you're going to be laying these out in or however they come up as you draw them. They're going to stretch across the table so that you have some place to play the RNA cards, which there are 2 cards in here. The DNA mutation cards. If you're playing a basic game, you don't need these 2 cards in the deck. If you play an advanced game, then you use these cards because it does add to what you're doing in the game. And basically what you're doing, you have cards in your hand. You're dealt out the cards. Each person gets 4 of these. Okay, and so in your hand, you may have any combination of 4 cards of these uracil, cytosine, guanine, and adenine. Okay, now what you're trying to do is whatever card is out on the table, okay, there's a part under here that you're trying to match up with. Okay, so you have to have the right RNA to match up with it. Okay, if you try to match up the wrong RNA sequence, okay, it doesn't match. It's the wrong coloration.
Oh, I see. They have little.
And actually, the
Okay.
one that I showed you first didn't match. Okay.
Okay, I see. They have little dots. Do you see on the bottom of the card these little dots? And they match up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's also the coloration of the card.
Okay.
So you have a cloud here.
Yeah, I see the
See,
cloud.
you've got it's blue here, it's not blue here, it's purple. So you have to have the one that matches up correctly in coloration and in the dots.
Okay.
Okay.
And this one does not?
That one does.
That one actually does.
The other one does not. And see, this one would not either.
Okay, so either one of these 2 would be okay.
No, only this one.
Only this one because your
coloration has to match up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I see. So this
is
would
the
be
correct
correct.
match. So you'd play that on the table to create your RNA sequence.
Yes.
Okay. And then your next DNA piece would come out onto the next edge.
Okay, give me a DNA.
So you'd have your completed cytosine. Okay.
I can hold that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the next one would come out and match up on the side here.
Does that one match up?
Well, you see this little bar here?
Yes.
It matches with the little bar of the P.
Okay, I see. But we don't have to have anything match that little bar.
No.
Okay.
It's just matching at the top, but that's your next piece of the sequence.
Okay.
Then you have to find the RNA that goes with that one, with that piece of DNA.
Okay.
And so out of your,
Oops. I'm losing my cards.
Yeah. Out of your hand of 4 cards, you're trying to match up.
Don't you get to draw a card when you play one? Didn't he say that?
Yes. I'm just going through some of the cards. See, then you're going to have to match, and there's a match there.
So it doesn't have to match here at the bottom.
No, it doesn't have to match at the bottom. It's only matching the card above.
Okay.
And you're trying to make,
Okay.
and you're trying to make as long of a DNA strand as you can get. Okay.
Okay.
So.
And it does come with instructions.
Comes with a nice instruction sheet that explains how to play, the basic game and the advanced game. Okay.
Now that I've read that way too fast for anybody to see.
Right. And it's a fairly easy, easy in some ways game. Okay. And you basically, you wind up scoring it, and this breaks down how you score the different matches. But you can,
So the learning part of this game, because I can see where kids would look at colors and dots and
Right.
match up.
Right. You're learning also by paying attention to the names of the different
Excuse me.
DNA and RNA sequences. So you're learning how to match up, your different, the uracil with, whatever it matches up with.
What does it match up with?
That's what I was trying to remember. Adenine. So, you're learning, you're learning the correct matches between the DNA and the RNA through just a game of, matching up the colors and the lines. Yeah, see.
Okay, and then for my next point, for someone who doesn't know anything, what is the purpose of learning this? What does this actually teach?
Well, I mean,
Because I would ask that.
yeah, you would ask that. A big part of what you're talking about, there's a lot of talk about DNA and RNA in the news and everything. This teaches a little bit of the sequencing, the fact that, your DNA sequence, there's certain RNAs that match up with the DNA, and it leads to, how your body processes and creates energy within your body.
Okay, because that was going to be my next question. How does this relate to real life?
That's a little harder to deal with. She's always doing this.
I think it's a really neat game.
It's a
do.
very cool game.
Yes.
It does teach biology. This is a big part of biology, is learning, the RNA and the DNA and all of that. How it relates to real world, not so much necessarily. But if you're going into, a biology field or something like that, this is stuff that you'll start learning it at a very young age and really it'll make more sense once you get up into higher levels of the sciences. Oh, that's what this is all about. I already know this, but I didn't realize how it, connected. And that's what you're doing, is making a connection between things.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
It really is a cool game.
Yes.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes. And I could see where they could use this in schools or
homeschooling.
Yeah, it would be great for homeschooling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're having fun and you're learning at the same time.
Right. Yeah. And it's very cool.
Yes, it is. So, thanks for watching and have a great night.